What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. As read in the title, we're doing a Q&A today. This is Ivana.
Hi everyone. So happy to be here.
So we're actually going to be eating while doing this. So a mukbang. We made, what is it called? Avocado pasta?
Yeah, avocado basil pasta.
We asked our Instagram a few questions to ask us. So we're just going to be going over some here, and then she's going to have some questions to answer as well. First one. So what was your biggest struggle with trading, and how did you overcome it?
My biggest struggle would have to be the patience and the discipline with it, because even though the numbers are right in front of you, you'll get that tendency to want to put in that extra dollar amount, or for those of you who don't know, those of you who do or don't know, throw in a different lot size, or maybe make your stop loss bigger so that you're risking more than you should have. And then the patience aspect, when the price isn't at its desired area yet, you feel the impulse to enter in when you shouldn't. And me being a girl, and even like growing up, I was like, oh, I'm not patient. I would say it, and what you think and what you say comes true. So really rewiring myself to understand that patience is key. Wealth is a transfer from the impatient to the patient.
Yes, that is fire. Another thing that for me that I was struggling with was overtrading. I would just trade way too much. I wanted to get into every trade that was sent out, or just everything. And at the end of the day, at the end of the week, it was way too much. That was one of my biggest struggles. It was kind of just FOMO, fear of missing out. What is your favorite cheat food? So we're both vegan, so I don't know if cheat means like non-vegan or like not healthy. What do you think it means?
I think not healthy, because if we're vegan, then we're not going to be eating things that are not vegan.
Cheap food.
Yeah, I'm really big into like sweets, so like an overdose on green bites. So like vegan pastries.
I think I eat way too many chips and just like bread. I don't know, like brownies, what I like. All right, we can ask for one of yours. Go ahead.
One of them was your guys' morning routine.
Oh, I just did a video on this, but
So go check that out.
Click right here. I don't know how to do that yet, but we're gonna figure it out. So my morning routine, it actually has switched, because I used to wake up around like 7, but I learned that if you want to be successful, you need to wake up earlier than everybody else. So I'm waking up at 5:30 a.m. now. Meditation, affirmations, just journaling in the morning, my thoughts, set an intention for what I want this day to be. I go to the gym, or we did boxing today, so boxing, that was really fun. I trade in the morning.
We have similar morning routines.
Yeah.
Wake up really early. We've been doing really well since I got into town. Since I'm from Florida, I usually wake up early over there. So now when I'm here, we got up at 5:30 every morning, sometimes 6, but get up really early, hit the gym, get that out of the way, and then from there, then I go to my journal, and then I write my affirmations and my gratitudes. I plan out the rest of my day, and then from there I go on my computer, look at what I'm trading at, and that usually takes the first couple hours in the mornings, and then from then on I just take care of the rest of my day.
Yes. Morning routines are super important. You need to establish one, because if you don't have one, you're kind of just waking up in like autopilot mode and just going on with your day, and oh my god, you don't really know what you're doing that day, and you're kind of just like running around. So morning routines are super important. Another question was a goal setting advice.
I think the real question stems from what do you really desire? Because when you figure out what you really desire and your chief aim, then you can just establish the goals that you need to be accomplished in order to get to your desire. So figure out what you really want out of life, figure out what your desire is, and then from there you take a multitude of steps of action goals to be able to accomplish that.
So this one kind of goes hand in hand, agenda planning tips. So something that I've just kind of recently started is calendar on your phone. You can set like a time to be alerted, what day, and it gives you notifications. So I think that's really cool to have, and you can share it with other people. since we have a team, like, you can share that calendar with other people so they can see like what calls we have going on. Like
This
3,
is
2,
my
1.
journal.
Yes. Yeah, you can explain that. Something that I learned this year was called 3, 2, 1. It's 3 people you're grateful for. So in the morning, always give them gratitude. I'm grateful for Nancy, Ivana, and Mike. And then 2 things. So I'd say like vegan food and like a camera. And then 1 would be intention of the day. So like I said, what would you want from that day? Or what do you want to do that day or accomplish? You need this agenda right here. I will leave the link down below.
Yeah, so in this journal, it's really cool because you can start off with writing down what your vision is for the next 30, 60, 90 days, the weekly review of the action steps to take, and then on a daily basis, you're writing out your schedule, and then on here, what are you thankful for, your priorities, your must-dos, your affirmations.
Yes. I don't even have one of these, but everybody else has one, so I've been missing out. I just do it on my own, but I'm definitely going to buy one for this coming up. What is it? So it's 90 days?
Yeah. How did you find out about trading and what inspired you to start? So one of my good friends, Anna Gonzalez, she is currently a branding business coach, but back then she was just working, and she started this industry of trading with iMaster Academy. So I was still stuck in school. I was a full-time college student. I was a full-time employee. And I was on Instagram one day and I saw her post, making money off my phone while going to Vegas. So then I just swapped up and I was like, oh, what are you doing? Like, what is this? I've never been to Vegas before. I don't know how to make money off my phone, so put me on. And then ever since then, she really just showed me the way, showed me through our amazing platform how you're able to learn and earn at the same time. And we are the largest educational trading platform for Forex and crypto, along with ECX and many of other features that we have. That's how I got started.
So how I got started was, it's kind of a different story. So my brothers have been doing this for a few years now, and I had no idea really what they were doing. I was just like part of them. Like as a sister, I'm like, oh yeah, you guys go, woo woo. And I was just doing the normal, like, you know, we were both doing the normal, going to school. I was going to community college, and I was a server. And I don't know, I was just like getting really just tired of just being tired, I guess. And one day I came home and there was like so many people at my house for an event, and I had no idea what was going on. So I kind of was like, okay, like I want to be a part of this, like what is this? So my brothers left like a week later to Europe, and they were traveling the world. So I was like, okay, like I have to do this. Like they don't have a job, they're not going to school, like why do I have to do that? So I literally just put myself on. Like they were like in Europe, and I texted them, I'm like, hey, like I just started the trading thing you guys are doing, like let's see what happens. And that's pretty much literally how I got started. So they inspired me. So that's both questions answered.
I forgot to answer it, but yeah, what inspired me to start is the fact that I saw so many people winning, and I just thought what could go right instead of what could go wrong. And all of those people, all those successful people that they had in front of me was just the time and the education that I didn't. So I just had to make sure I got that. Now, 2 years later, I fully trade and I fully build a business, and it's been a blessing.
Yes, ma'am. Is my chewing loud? I'm like, are there any tips you would give to someone who wants to start eating healthier? Oh.
Stop eating meat, because meat I'm not pushing my vegan beliefs on you guys, but at the same time, I don't think of anything that's an animal byproduct as food, because it's really just a dead carcass, and that's gross.
My tip would just be getting rid of the junk food, pretty much. Any soda, any chips, anything like that. Obviously, don't feel bad if you're like craving it, because I crave stuff like that and I still eat it. But healthier tips, something that helped me was just visualizing what kind of body you want and what you would do to get there. So like if chips is not going to get you there, why are you eating chips? I guess just being creative and like going out and going to the grocery store and actually like getting the healthy foods you need, and just actually being creative and making like healthy food, because that's like the biggest thing.
There's so many ways like you can turn, vegetables fun and like add different seasonings to make them taste different. It really comes down to like the seasonings and how how you really like flavor them up.
Yes. What do you guys do to overcome obstacles in your life? The saying, connected to connected to everything, attached to nothing. I just glitched there for a second. When you think about it, like, if you're just putting your energy onto things that don't really matter, it depends on what the obstacle is. I'm not saying if it's like a, like a death in your family, that's different. But if it's something small, like, just think about it, like, will this matter in the next month or two, or even the next week? Like, you really have to remember what kind of energy you're putting onto things. So if it's something that's not going to matter, just remember, like, just don't be attached to it.
Yeah, I mean, like Ariana said, like, it really just depends on the obstacle, but at the same time, it's just, like, being aware as to, like, why you're feeling this way, and, like, why you're letting a certain something, someone, or anything, affect your own emotional state of being. And then once you figure that out, then you can figure out how to overcome it. Figure out the problem and then find that solution to it. Because
Yes.
there always is to everything. And even though it's a corny saying that people say all the time, like, time heals all wounds, like, it really does. And even if it's out of sight, out of mind, like, you choose what you think about all the time. So it's you being patient with your healing process, but at the same time, being aware of how to get yourself in a better state of mind.
I love that.
So what has been your favorite place to travel to?
Ooh. My favorite was Dominican Republic? How do you say
Dominican
it?
Republic?
Dominican. I'm not saying it.
Dominican Republic?
Dominican Republic.
Yes. I know you went there.
Yeah, I went there like 2 years ago. It was so fun. We had like I don't even know what it was. It was like an all-exclusive hotel. It was crazy. We went scuba diving.
Wow.
Yeah, we went scuba diving. I saw a shark and all these crazy things. But something bit me, and I had a huge like lump on the back of my shoulder for like a week. But that was so fun. But other than that, Puerto Rico's always a vibe.
I was gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
I love Puerto Rico. I love tropical places.
Hawaii, Bali, Bora Bora, Greece,
Mexico.
Well, I went to Cancun though. Oh yeah. Never mind. Anyway, love that question. What is your biggest weakness?
S'mores.
That's your biggest weakness?
Kevin.
Oh my god, that's funny. My biggest weakness has to be hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it is.
I swear, they like put, like coffee and caffeine, or like there's just something in hot Cheetos that they did something. Like, I don't know, it's not normal.
That's how I feel about s'mores. Like, anything s'mores related, like I'm there. Like, I'm a s'mores enthusiast. And even as a vegan, like...
Oh, we made good ones though.
Yeah, we made good s'mores.
That's so funny.
I saw the question and I was like, s'mores.
S'mores, you already knew.
Yeah.
Is there a book or anything specific that helped you get the mindset you have now? Oh my gosh. So, I had never read a full book till this year. Like, Spark Notes was the way for everything for high school. Like, I just never liked reading. I would fall asleep. But the book that changed my life was The Power of Now. And that book pretty much just taught me how to stay present in the moment. So, like, throughout my whole life, I was just running on autopilot mode and just kind of waking up with no purpose. But after reading that book, I, like, stopped and, like, thought, like, oh my god, I don't stop and, like, live in the present moment. I'm always just, like, thinking of, like, what am I doing today? Like, da-da-da-da-da. I'm in a rush. So now I've just learned to be present. Like, that's it. Like, be present in the moment. Like, just look around, like, be grateful for the things you have. And that's what I learned from that book. You need to read it. Link in that below, too. What about you? I feel like you've read so many books. I've only read, like, 4 because I just started reading.
I mean, there's a lot of good books. But help you get the mindset you have now. Honestly, a book that really, like, shifted me as a person would be The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. That book really helped me understand not just like love with other people and the relationships around you, but the relationship you have with yourself, because it really all stems from you. And when you work on yourself and you love yourself, then you can then be better for other people around you in any area. So that's a great book, followed by The Four Agreements. He's a great author. Any of his books, just buy them all.
Yes, I read The Four Agreements, but did not read the other one. I didn't put that on my list, actually.
How long did it take you to pick up on trading after all the training? My journey was like rocky in the beginning because I didn't know exactly what I was doing at all. But since I joined Trade House, I started in January of 2019. I had one of my biggest breakthroughs in April, followed by then in June, I started understanding it more and more. And then September was when I really went all in and I decided to take it more seriously. So, a time span of 8-9 months or so, for me to really pick up and know what I'm looking at.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's kind of where I'm at too. So I started this around pretty much March. Kind of knew about it February, but it took me, I would say I started really understanding it probably 2 months ago. But now, right now, where I'm at now, I feel very confident in my own analysis and just the whole thing. I don't know. I think literally I'm just starting my trading journey. To pick up was 4 months.
Boot camp.
Yeah, it was easy to understand, but I feel now I'm not. I don't get emotional anymore. I actually take it serious like a business. I journal the trades, so I think now I'm really really getting it. And now but it took me 4 months to actually know what everything meant. What does leadership mean to each of you? I feel leadership, some people kind of get this confused with boss and leadership, because the other day I was talking to somebody and they're like, so are you my boss in trading? I'm like, no, I'm just here to help you and teach you what I know. But being a leader sometimes is not easy because you're the person that has to stay the strongest. No matter what's going on, you have to be always strong, always looking out for everybody, no matter what it is. Because, everybody's going through something, but, you are the one that needs to be strong for everybody else. And, needs to, take care of everybody else and put people first before anything else.
Leadership to me means integrity. And just how you work well with others. Having that integrity to lead your team due to the things that you've gone through and the things that you've learned, the things that you've applied, the things that are working for you, the things that are not working for you.
Yes.
And really just being there for them. Like Ari said, it's not always so simple or easy like people may think it is. Because now it's you're not just worrying about your own life. You get to help them with their lives, and then you're consciously aware of their life and their struggle. So it's they're looking up to you. A leader is someone that people look up to because they've gone through adversities in their lives. So to me, it's really just the integrity and just how well you communicate and you build this relationship with your teammates.
And yeah, they just really look up to you as well. So that's all the questions that we got.
And our pasta's gone.
You finished before me.
Yeah.
I have a few tomatoes left. Oh my god, my voice just went so deep. Let me finish.
Next time we're gonna try Indian curry, vegan style. We're gonna
We got what was it called? Thumbka?
I don't know what it was called.
We got thumbka, Indian food or something. And there was blocks in there, and I thought it was tofu. So I was eating it, and I'm like, hold on, this does not taste like tofu. And she called the place, and it was cheese.
Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese. I was so mad, but it's okay. We're gonna redo that, scratch that out of our lives.
It never happened.
Yeah. So if you guys want part 2, let us know in the comments, and then I will post another Instagram thing, and she will too, so you guys can ask us more questions. And it doesn't have to be all about trading. I feel like a lot of them. Oh, actually, no, not really, but. Yeah, so that's all we got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Follow me on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram too.
Here.
Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.